The town of Lakeville is in southeastern Massachusetts, south of Middleborough and north of Freetown, partially along Route 495. It has a population of about 11,500 on 36 square miles. Its name came from the 6.5 square miles of lakes that feed into the Taunton and Nemasket rivers. Lakeville has a long history of Native American inhabitants from the Wampanoag tribes, but was first settled by the English in 1717 as a parish of Middleborough. It was incorporated as a town in 1853.
We're here with Amy Kane at the JK Cafe. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And how long have you been here?
We opened the end of September.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. And what kind of food do you have here?
So we serve breakfast and lunch.
What is the most popular during breakfast?
During breakfast, I would say our most popular is our corned beef hash. It's homemade. And
It is.
Yes.
Do you make it every day?
Not every day, every couple days probably.
And you have eggs, I see, and omelets.
We do.
And crepes and...
Crepes is a special. We don't always have that.
Oh, you don't
we
always,
don't always have that. No.
No. Okay. And what's popular at lunchtime?
Lunchtime, I'd say the Reuben and the Monte Cristo probably are most popular.
Okay. Well, everything sounds good. So had you worked in this type of business before? Or is this a
Yes.
new or old or what?
The owner has another restaurant, and I've worked for him for 5 years.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it the same kind of food and
Yeah,
everything?
he's done breakfast there at the other restaurant.
Very good. Okay, and is it pretty popular in the morning or your busy times? When are your busy times?
Yeah, I'd say we're more popular for breakfast, and I'd say probably like 9, 10 o'clock. Weekends are definitely our busiest.
And you're
Saturday,
open. What are your hours?
Monday through Saturday, we're open 7 to 2, and Sunday, we're open 7 to 1, breakfast only.
Very good. I saw your little signs. Do you change that little?
We do. We change the joke of the day. Well, not joke of the day. Every few days we change it, but we like to have fun here. We're all about having fun. So
Good.
Our name JK is after the owner's 2 kids, Jonathan and Kaylee,
Oh, okay.
but also kind of a play on words for just kidding.
Sounds like he's got a good sense of humor.
He definitely has a good sense of humor.
Yes.
Yes.
And you were telling us earlier his wife makes the bread?
She does, yes. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
And is that for both restaurants?
Just for here. Yeah.
Very
Yep.
good.
And everybody loves it. We run out of that all the time.
Is it all the breads or just certain ones? Or
She's been doing the blueberry and banana bread.
Oh, wow. Well, I must be getting hungry because that sounds pretty good.
What's the other restaurant that he owns?
Stoll's Cafe in Plymouth.
Has he owned restaurants his whole life, or?
He has off and on. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much. We're looking forward for our
welcome.
breakfast.
Good. I hope you enjoy it.
By what I saw, I think we will. I don't even think that's a question.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Good. Well, thank you for coming in.
I have this huge omelet, which is
Yes.
veggies and cheese. I don't know how many eggs are in it, but I think they took a dozen.
Probably about 5 at least.
Very good. Yes. I don't know all the vegetables in there. Oops, I can see some spinach and mushrooms. Look at that. Cheese.
Nice.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Okay.
I have berry crepes. They're huge. They look delicious. The fruit looks delicious. It's got a, what does it have on it? Oh my gosh, this is like,
You even got your whipped cream and your... Oh my goodness.
berries, whipped cream,
Oh wow, that's like...
chocolate drizzle.
No way.
This is breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert.
Enjoy.
I'm a happy camper. Christine Cardozo, and she is the owner of Amazing Cakes here in Lakeville. So tell us the history of the shop.
Well, I started from my house in Lakeville, and then I got this location 20 years ago.
20
Yeah, I've
years?
been here 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So have you done baking your whole life?
Actually, no. I'm an artist. I work in clay. I went to school for art.
Oh.
So I'm an art major.
So what made you decide to open a cake shop?
I've always worked in restaurants. I always ended up being the dessert girl. And I like sculpting. I like the art. I like everything about it. But I always ended up baking cookies in college. I always baked. I've always done baking on the side. But I started doing cakes when I owned a Baskin Robbins. So that made me start decorating cakes.
Oh, excellent.
So-
Is that your favorite part of this, is doing the decorating
The
cakes?
decorating.
And you do a lot of cupcakes? 'Cause
We do
people
a lot of
love
cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
We started off with a few cupcakes, and then we decided to just make a whole display of cupcakes. That's easy. People help me. I have employees that help me do obviously all of this, and then we started pastries and stuff like that. But the main thing of the store is cakes.
Okay, so wedding cakes and things
Wedding
of that
cakes,
nature?
birthday cakes, party cakes, any kind of cake.
Right. What's the favorite flavor of cupcake?
These two, I would say, Hostess and Chocolate Lovers, but every week is different. You never know. The new one is Espresso Martini, so we try to rotate things around. But then the standard, confetti and chocolate and vanilla. But every week it's kind of different. What the what goes fastest.
They look delicious.
Thank you.
Okay, so 20 years. How many wedding cakes do you think you've done?
Oh my goodness. Well, I would say I decorate about, slow week is like 30, 35 cakes a week.
Oh, wow.
In the summertime, I can push it up to 70.
Oh, my goodness.
So I would say there's high times and low times of weddings. So this last year, October was the busiest.
Oh,
Yeah, I would say about 40 weddings.
Oh, my goodness.
Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small, sometimes they're in people's homes. So
yeah.
there's a big range when it comes to weddings.
Right. What's your favorite part of running a business?
My favorite part is watching the kids come pick up their cakes. They come now dressed up, ready for a picture sometimes, so I have them on my walls. And it's just amazing because, being here for 20 years, you do somebody's wedding cake, then you're doing their baby cake, and then it's like, I've been here for 20 years, I can't believe it. But getting to know the families, it's really sweet.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge of running a business?
The biggest challenge is employees.
Hear that a lot.
Yeah, employees are tough. Kids are busy with school, with activities, and so try to fit into their schedule is tricky, so.
Right. Excellent. Any plans for the future? Any changes or improvements or retiring or anything like that?
No, I'm not ready to retire. This is fun. I come to work and it's a fun day. It's a long day. I'm tired, but decorating is like art. I come to work and I'm happy. This is my space.
Edible art.
Edible art.
What are your hours?
I'm closed Sundays and Mondays unless I'm delivering, but Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 2.
Okay. Can people walk in and say, I need a birthday cake?
Yes. I sometimes have extra ones out front, but usually Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, I'm decorating the orders that have come in. Sometimes I have to say no.
Yeah.
But I'll be able to, if they sit and wait or come back or something like that. It's hard for me to say no to people. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's busy.
Yeah. Excellent. Sounds good.
And so this is one of in the wintertime I do pat cakes.
That's adorable. I love it.
So all the pastries we actually make here, I have these brought in from a company that makes macaroons. My favorite are the pancakes, the noodles, the macaroni and cheese.
Oh, I love that.
This is the chocolate peanut butter cupcake from Amazing Cakes in Lakeville, where we went today. and she sent us home with a couple of cupcakes, so I'm gonna try it. This looks so, so good. Oh my God, so good. Peanut butter buttercream with chocolate drizzle. There's like a chocolate ganache underneath it and chocolate cupcake. And you see it. This is really, really good. You gotta try her cakes and cupcakes. They're awesome.
We're here at the Divine Consign and Boutique with Eileen, and I blow your last name.
Altieri.
Tell us about this place. This is very exciting. I walked in. It's not what I thought. Thought it was a consignment, which it is.
Yes.
But it's displayed so beautifully. So
Thank you.
tell me about it.
So I purchased the shop from an existing business owner, and it was just consignment, but it was always called Divine Consign and Boutique. So I thought it would be best to make it what it was supposed to be, which was a boutique and sort of a gift shop. So I started going to different trade shows and bringing in new pieces of apparel. And then I found a wonderful candle company that I used to do fundraising with. And I brought that line in, and then locally made spa soaps. And it just kind of escalated from there. It was like what people told me they were looking for in a about circle way. They didn't actually tell me, but it was like, oh, you know what I saw at blah, blah, blah. That would be so cute. I could see that in here. And it was like, oh, okay, you know. So we started bringing in funny towels and dryables and just lots of gift items. And so our logo is that we are a boutique and a consignment store, but we're really a gift shop as well.
Yes.
And we don't have a lot of those around anymore. So
No.
it's kind
But
of
it's
a
a
nice
unique gift shop.
Yes.
It's not the...
Yes.
It's different things, I guess I would
Yes,
call it. I don't know
yes.
how to explain what I'm trying to
Yes.
say. So tell me what you did before.
So I used to do fundraising with
That's right. Okay.
with candles and cookie dough and things like that. I also, my husband has his own business, so I also did his bookkeeping for him, and you know, so I was already prepared for this.
Okay. Very
And
good.
yeah, so you know, it's just it evolved. My children were getting older, and I was like, my friend was getting ready to sell her shop, and it just kind of all fell in place. And you know, when some things happen like that, certain things happened that if I tried to tell you the story, you would be shocked of the things that happened that all lined up. That was back in like 2014. We've been here since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
2014. So you went through COVID.
Yep.
Wow.
Christine and I next door at the bakery, we did our little. People would come in. I posted on Facebook and Instagram. Well, actually, at the time, I think I was just doing Facebook, and I would put measurements. I would measure every item if it was apparel. I put the prices.
Oh my goodness.
It was a lot of work, and it was just me. So I did that because I wanted people to be able to shop. Because what happened was I was having people reach out to me that were friends of mine that used to shop here. Eileen, I need candles. I need soap. I like, what am I going to do? And I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you going to do? So I said, well, you know, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
That's right.
So I decided to take it upon myself. I didn't let anybody in the store. I just, you know, did everything, did all the posting. And then if people wanted it, I billed them through PayPal. And they paid their bill through PayPal. And then we would open up. I came in Tuesdays and Saturdays. I would open the door. They'd pull up like a big... It was 2 lines, one for the bakery, one for Divine Consign. And I would drop it in the back seat because it was all paid for. So, and they would message me when they got here. I'm out front. And I said, this saved my shop. Because most consignment shops at that time were struggling to begin with. And then
Definitely.
that was just like over the top.
Wow.
So it kept us alive. And then, after that, I thought, well, I'm not going to post like that anymore. And everybody kept saying to me, what do you mean? I want you to post like that. I'm like, what? So I post every night, probably 6 nights a week. I don't do it Saturday night. I need at least a night off. So I post 6 nights a week, about 15 items or so. And I don't do measurements. Okay. I don't do all the measurements. Okay. But I do put the size, and I put, the picture of it and what the pricing is in the description. And if people are interested, they ask me to hold it. And as long as they come in by Saturday, they can come pick it up. So it works amazing. It's gained us a ton of new customers from all different areas.
See what you're looking at. That's
yes.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And then you come and they have to look through more.
Yeah. And they love it because it's not like any consignment shop they've ever been in.
No,
and it's not really consignment completely. You know what I mean?
No.
We do have new boutique apparel, and we do have gifts. So there's something for everybody here.
That's wonderful.
Which is wonderful. Yeah.
Okay. Anything that you're going to do in the future? You're going to stay like this? What? Or
for now, I think I will. It's working for us. We're growing. We have over 2,000 consigners. So I feel like I started at 350. So we're doing something right. Wow. And people have booked appointments now for the spring season. That was my first consigner that just came in for today that you saw. And all our appointments are booked for the season. We booked out in the first couple of days for the whole entire season. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Well, listen, thank you very much. I'm super impressed. I don't think I've ever gone into a consignment shop like this at all.
Well, I'm glad.
Yes, thank you.
I'm glad. Thank you so much.
We are with Dee Sacchetti, and she is the owner of Dee's Archery.
Yep.
And this looks like a really fun place. So tell me, when did you open?
Well, let's see. I started my business probably a little before 2016. I was working out of a local archery pro shop, and I started running camps for kids. So I was doing some birthday parties, and we decided those were so popular that why not offer an archery nature camp for children. So we started that, and we were finding that we actually had a waiting list. We had over 25 kids. So I reached a point where I said, there's a niche for this. What if I start my own travel archery program? So it started with travel archery when I became my own business. Mm-hmm. So doing that, I saw there was a huge need out in parks and recs and school departments where nobody was doing any of the archery programs. So I called and reached out to a few of the local parks and recs. And next thing I know, I got them all calling me, and I have a full summer schedule right now. I just ventured up into New Hampshire. So second year that we'll be up in New Hampshire doing travel archery. So that keeps me busy in the summer, spring and fall. And then I ran into the situation where parents were like, well, the kids love the program. Do you have a school? So I said, okay. So I figured I'd rent a little space. That's when I came here. I think I'm going into my 7th year with this space. And this space is I'm just here 2 days a week where I run classes for children. Thursday nights I have a ladies group. That's becoming very popular with the ladies. I'm getting a lot of ladies that are coming in, and that's probably my favorite class. I'm not gonna lie. We do birthday parties here. I do a lot of the scout programs, boys and girls.
Yeah, because they have their badges.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this space is primarily utilized for that. I'm not open. I'm not a walking open range. It's usually just based on the programs that I book.
When did you start doing archery?
Let's see. I started when I was young. My dad was an avid bow hunter. So I spent a lot of time hanging out in an archery range in Rhode Island with my dad, watching him shoot his compound bow. And then he bought me my first little recurve, which was kind of like a little toy. But I loved it, and I would shoot with my dad out in the backyard and stuff. And then my daughter was 5 at the time, and I figured I'd take her and my nephew into a local archery shop back then. I said, I'll get the kids involved. And who came out with the bow? Mom.
Oh, that's funny.
And it was all downhill from there. Yeah, and that's kind of when I really got addicted to it, and I loved it. And that's what I've been doing ever since. So it's about 16, 17 years now that I've been back into the sport.
What are the skills that people learn doing archery that might carry over to other parts of life? Anything?
I find archery to be a great sport for a lot of kids. I notice not everybody wants to be involved in a team sport. There was always a group of kids that I feel were overlooked or left out because they didn't do well with team sports. Archery allows those kids to have a sport for themselves, or they can join a team. So there's different things, opportunities for them with archery. It's going to teach them confidence, how to be more focused, how to live in the moment, be conscious of being present. It definitely slows the mind down, the brain a little bit. I've got a lot of children that attention deficit disorder. Once they're in here and they have the bow in their hand and they got that balloon up there, it's amazing how their little brains just kind of slow down. They're able to focus, quiet the mind down. We do a little breathing technique with them, and they're popping balloons. They're happy. They get excited. They feel good. Their confidence is boosted. And they found something for them that fits them. They could do it in their backyard. They could come to a range. They could be on a Joed program. It's just amazing to see the transformation with these little guys and to see their confidence really get boosted.
Wow.
I love that. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned competitions. Does it go to the Olympics level, or where would they go?
Yeah, and again, the sport there's so many different aspects to archery. You have kids that get into it and they want to do Joed, so that's the Junior Olympic archery team. They might want to move on and compete nationally, which is wonderful. They could do field archery, indoor archery. There's 3D leagues out there, which Olivia and I did, and we love. 3D archery is more for the archer that comes from a bow hunting background, so that gets you outdoors, and it's the foam targets like you see here. It'll be outdoors, and there's usually 30 targets, and they could be a deer or a big bear or a dinosaur, and you're out there and you're judging yardage and you're shooting out in the woods and you're going through a trail. So that's actually a competition you could do. You could do it for fun. It gets families out there together. The kids are outdoors. You're out in nature. Great. I love it. Highly recommend it. That's kind of more of what we did. Livy was really good at it. And then there's leagues. If local sportsmen's clubs, there's leagues for men, women, mixed leagues, children can do it, where you're going to be in a range similar to this, shooting paper targets. And then there's also field archery. You can be outside, shooting long distances with recurve, compound. We'll get into that too, because we could literally spend the whole day here talking about archery, but I promised I was going to keep it simple.
Wow. So do you teach all of those different kinds of archery?
Yes. I primarily here will teach. I get most of the children, most of my students started on a Genesis compound bow, which are the bows that you see right here. We do have recurve as well. There's some kids that prefer that. Once I get them going, they kind of want to try that, but I introduce them to both styles. I don't do longbow, though. It's the only one I don't really teach that here. But again, these are great bows to get anybody that's new to archery started on. And it's a personal preference. Mm-hmm. I started shooting that compound bow over there for myself and my daughter. And all the years that I've been shooting, I've kind of backed off of my compound bow a little bit, and I've moved to more of a traditional style bow, which I love. It's just bare. It just strips everything down. It's a little more challenging. It's not there's no mechanical devices or anything on it. It's not as accurate as if you were to shoot a compound bow, but I love the feel of it. So it's a personal preference. Everybody has their own preference as to what type of bow and what type of style of archery they want to do.
Okay, so compound bow, what does that mean?
Compound bow is a bow that it's going to be set up with the wheels, the cam system. This is called the cam system. So it's a mechanical bow versus a traditional bow, which is just the limbs, string, and riser. You can see the difference there.
Is it a hard sport to get into in terms of, like hockey has a big time commitment usually and expense involved. Right. Skiing is expensive. How does archery compare?
And again, it's personal preference. You can get a bow, start with something, and I always recommend starting start with something basic, middle of the road. I wouldn't go out and buy those bows right there. You're looking at anywhere from 900 up. Ooh, just the bow. That's without getting all your accessories on there.
Yeah.
So it's a commitment and it's an investment. And again, you can start with these bows and you can get a decent bow for a little over $100 anywhere. And they go from $100 up to over $1,000. And again, it depends on how much you want to invest in it. It's a very easy sport to get into for not spending, if you have a lower budget, you can definitely still get into the sport.
Okay, that sounds good.
The one thing I love about it is it's a sport for everyone. Children can do it, men, women of any age. I've taught archery to children, adaptive archery, children that were visually impaired. We've done some stuff with them. And then I even had kids here the other day shooting bows with their feet.
Wow.
Because there's a girl on social media that does it, and she's amazing. So my teens were like, I'm like, let's try it. And they were able to get those little toy bows over there and have them sitting down. They all had their shoes and socks off, and they were holding the bow with their foot and drawing back with their feet, shooting arrows.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should try it.
I hope so, because I have a game for you guys to play too. I'm a stickler for what we call eye dominancy.
Okay.
Because we don't aim with our hands, the brain is talking to either one of the two eyes, the left or the right. The bows are set up so that your dominant eye is actually lined up with the bowstring, and then that lines up with the arrow to the target.
Okay.
So you're going to be more accurate.
Okay.
And you're not going to be tipping your head trying to compensate
Okay.
For aiming. Okay? Feel that energy?
Thank you very much.
That was fun. You're all tingly now, aren't you? Isn't that great?
Did you bounce again? Wait, did she get it in the cup?
I did. I've been looking for the goal.
This is not basketball, you know. Oh my God. Only
Turn
Marcia.
this around.
I was gonna say, I need to leave the room.
Here you go. Good. That's it. Push and pull. Elbow back. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. There you go.
Ooh, I got it first try.